Coming up next, we have business and immigration law updates. As the world turns, there are often drastic changes within business transactions, rules, regulations, and legal matters. To keep us abreast with these movements, Mr. Ramesh Khurana from the Khurana Law Firm will take the lead. The Khurana Law Firm is located in Rockville, Maryland. Along with Attorney Khurana in dialogue is Dr. Rajesh Mehra. Together, these two professionals will focus on visa numbers, worldwide quota, priority dates, and the visa bulletin. Let's join them.
Good morning. This is Dr. Rajesh Mehra. Welcome to the Capital Forum. I am so delighted that you've decided to join us this morning. I am also very excited and delighted to have in our studios this morning Attorney Khurana. Attorney Khurana has the Khurana Law Firm. Now, we all know that there are a lot of attorneys in the area, but Attorney Khurana specializes in business and immigration law. Attorney Khurana, welcome.
Thank you very much, Dr. Mehra.
Good. How have you been? Haven't seen you in a while.
I know, it has been a while.
You've been hiding.
Oh, no, not
You've not
really.
been hiding.
Busy
okay.
in business, busy in practice.
Well, that's how it is, right? We all have to pay our bills.
Exactly.
Fantastic. Well, immigration is a very hot topic these days. Everywhere you turn, from politics to, of course, a lot of our audience is very concerned about it. Tell me, are there any numerical limitations of the green card or immigration visa numbers in 1 year?
Dr. Mehra, first of all, I would like to thank you for giving me an opportunity to come on this show. I'm really grateful to you and your company. Thank you so much.
You're more than welcome.
You have always been very kind to me, especially and my law firm. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Now, this is a very good question, Dr. Mehra, when you're talking about the numerical limits on the number of green cards or immigrant visa petitions. Of course, as you know, everybody wants to come to the United States.
Of course.
This has been there for the last 50 years or so, and the queue of the people is getting longer and longer every day. So that's why we have to talk about limitations of green card numbers. There are mainly two categories. Is employment-based category, which has 140,000 green card numbers available every fiscal year.
Okay.
So when I use the term fiscal year for the benefit of audience, I would like to clarify this fiscal year starts as from October 1st and ends September 30th every year. So 140,000 numbers for employment-based category and 226,000 numbers are available for family-based category. So when I'm talking about family-based category, like if somebody wants to sponsor
their wife or parents,
spouses, or children, or siblings, so these are all covered under
the family-based
category. And the good thing is, if any numbers are not utilized or underutilized under the family-based category, those can be transferred to employment-based category.
I
so
see.
That's the advantage.
I want to interrupt you for just 1 second. I want to make sure the audience understands that when you talk about these numbers, that means for the whole world, right?
Yes.
Not India, not Pakistan, not Bangladesh, no, right? So people that are immigrating or getting a green card from anywhere in the world.
You are 100% right.
Because I want to make sure that's because you can really, those numbers sound good, but when you look at the world, it's not a lot of numbers.
No, that's a very good observation, Dr. Mehra. Yes.
Okay, so do some of the categories not fill? So they do transfer this? I mean, it's hard to believe that 140,000, whatever you said, wouldn't fill for employment, because everybody's trying to get a job here or being sponsored by a company.
You know, Dr. Mehra, in fact, what happens is sometimes there are processing delays.
Okay.
So because of that, either 140,000 numbers which are reserved for employment-based categories, these may not be utilized. And likewise, sometimes because of processing delays, numbers available for family-based categories may not be utilized. But if unutilized numbers are there for employment-based category, those cannot be used for family-based.
I see. It's not the other way around.
Yeah,
family can go to employment,
yes.
but employment can go over to family.
Yes.
Got it.
That's very true.
Now, within the employment category, are there restrictions of professions? Or can you have a doctor, lawyer, and an engineer?
Well, there are different types of preference categories. So there would be highly qualified people, like I would say people who are holding PhDs
Okay.
or doctorate degrees, and they are exceptionally qualified people. So they can be covered so-called under EB1 category.
Gotcha.
And for EB1 category, again, there is a separate queue. And EB1 category is current for all the nationalities from any part of the world, people who are coming.
Okay.
And then we move on to EB2, EB3, EB4, and EB5. So we have a different queue for each type of
Different
category.
subcategories that determine.
But the good thing is, like I said, EB1, EB2, EB3, if these have their own priority dates, these priority dates cannot be used for EB4 and EB5.
Got it.
Yeah.
Now, in addition to the worldwide quota, as we just said, is a foreign national subject to per country limitation? In other words, does India have 15,000 and Africa or Nigeria have 18,000?
Dr. Mehra, this is really a very good and pertinent question. The reason is, as we all know, that when we are talking about the employment-based category, now all these IT consultants, now majority of them are coming from India.
Of course.
And second number, of course, goes to China.
Uh-huh.
So they would have monopolized all
The whole numbers.
So that's why, in order to contain that monopolization of the numbers, so there is a country ceiling, which is 7% at this point.
That's been so helpful, and I have so many other questions, but I guess our studio people are telling us that our time's run out. So we better comply and listen to them, right?
I like your question, Dr. Mehra.
Well, I'm learning from you because you're the guru about all of this, and I'm just trying to make sure that our audience is going to be knowledgeable. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Mehra, for giving me an opportunity to come to your studios.
Yeah, join us again next time when we'll have Attorney Khurana educate us and enlighten us on more topics about business and immigration law.